Oh, well, it's a weird day today. No energy. Oh, I was thinking about Chris. I don't know. We weren't lifelong friends or anything, but it doesn't really matter. Overall, he was a good guy. I remember when I first started this whole gun thing, 2.5+ years ago, and I bought the Anderson. I was just getting going with the YouTube channel 1.0 before I deleted all the videos because I was getting raked over the coals soullessly. Uh, Too bad I deleted. There's some funny ass videos when I first started. The first few months, wow. Wish I had that footage back. I knew I made a mistake the moment I did it. I sent a message to for YouTube tech support. Is there any way to restore my channel? Never heard back. And I just bought the Anderson, and I was getting raked over the coals like a motherfucker in the beginning groups that I joined, the AR-15 Nation. I don't think I'd even joined the whole gun bullying works thing or gotten that far yet, because I was just a bottom level, poor dweller, Anderson owning, cringe, autistic freak guy, DJ extraordinaire. And I was just getting hammered, by all of them, just like soullessly. Like if you're in the groups and you see the way they treat people now, much worse than that. I mean, soulless, questioning my sanity, saying I'm a potential mass casualty event creator. I'm retarded. I was autistic. I was this. I was that. Just like anything, useless fat fuck and can't walk to. I would just nonstop all day, every day, endless, to the point where you just get pissed. And I remember I just got my spikes. I was all proud of myself. Was going to do my first ever build. I went to Florida Gun Exchange and I bought a Spike Spider Lower. Probably drastically overpaid for it. I think it was $150, $160 or whatever. It was a lot more than I should have paid. I was all excited that I got approved for it and shit. Background check came back. It's yours. Nice. And I was just getting into it and I had no money at all. I was flat broke. No money coming in. No budget for anything. I was just trying to borrow from Peter to pay Paul and buy one little part at a time. And I was on like AR-15 discounts with like 3 or 4 small parts that he came up like $150, and I was like, okay, so we got to sacrifice these 4 and buy this one for 38, and then we'll come back later. That's how it was. And at one point, I get this random message during this time, and it's Chris. He just reached out to me on Facebook, I believe. That was before the Instagram. And he was like, hey, man. And we started up a little conversation. I just want to let you know, not all snobs are horrible like these guys. I don't want you to think guys that are into higher level stuff are all, like this. Because I guess he felt bad because they were just destroying me left and right from all directions, all day, every day. Anything I posted, didn't matter what I posted on my own page, or I'll post something in a group and it just get annihilated. Streams and streams of annihilation from these DFC type guys. And he was like started giving me advice on how to do this and where I should start. And he saw that I was struggling with money. He's like, give me your address. I'm gonna send you something to help you out. And he ended up sending me that fucking LaRue trigger, that Flappo. I was really grateful. I didn't think he was gonna send me a trigger. I thought he was gonna send me like a magazine or a joke gift or something, or a box of dog shit, because that's the way it was. That's how it felt like I was treated by everybody. But no, he sent me the LaRue trigger and some stickers, and then eventually he sent me that mag that he did with the tropical flowers on it. I don't know if that was the same time or a time after that. And he's like, and then we started just doing the back and forth. And I was just psyched to have somebody who gave a shit to help me out, because I had no idea what I was doing. I was watching YouTube videos, fucking shit up, using pipe wrenches and shit. I was hopeless. And that started this friendship thing, back and forth. And he busted my balls all day, every day, too. He was also very kind and very generous towards me. And that sparked a bit of a friendship going forward. And we had a few ups and downs and misunderstandings about trade deals and whatever, but for the most part, it was, you know, behind the scenes. He would text me all the time or Instagram messaging all the time, back and forth. He'd watch my videos and here's where you're fucking. Here's where you're fucking this up and this up and this up. Do it this way and this way and this way. Like, okay, thanks. I'll do that. And then that was kind of boring. And he came up and we did the trade and we hung out and talked for several hours and checked out his bike and stuff. And he just talked about guns and the gun culture in general. And he showed me his Staccato and I was drooling over that fucking gun. Wow, what a nice gun. And just talking, you know. And then he went back, and then the friendship kind of boosted to another level. We're back and forth talking, and you know, I wasn't his best bud or anything, but we had a cool connection. And I was like, oh man, I can't. We were talking at one point. I was like, I should drive down there and do some shooting on your property, or next time you're up in Daytona area, let's go out, and you know. And it was just this back and forth, really friendly, brotherly type of vibe, you know, and it was nice. It was nice. In fact, you know what's really strange? Remember when he sent me those box of parts and he sent me those purple Terran extendos? And at that time I was like, I wasn't about the purple. I think I posted them in a group and they all shit on them, and because they were, you know, very susceptible to other people's bullshit, drags and trolls, right? So I'm like, yeah, purple wasn't really my thing either. So that's when I painted them black and shit. A day and a half ago, before I got any news, in fact, it was Saturday, I think. Yeah, Saturday morning, the day Chris died. I mean, I had it in my head the night before. I was like, you know what? I'm going to strip that black paint off of those extendos, because I felt bad because Chris, you know, that was a gift, kind of. And then now that I started to get into the purple stuff a bit too, I was like, you know what? I want to strip that paint off. So I spent like half a Saturday spraying it with the goof off and scrubbing them down. I didn't get it all off, but you know, I was thinking of Chris while I was doing it. It was weird. And that was right about the time as I was finishing those up where I couldn't rub it anymore, and I was like, you know what? My hands are tired now. I was tired. I remember throwing them on the bench, looking at them in the garage, and I was like, yeah, fucking Chris, man. Thinking I can't wait to send him pictures of these all fully stripped. That's what I was thinking. It's like, hey man, I restored them back to their purple glory. And just to have him send me a sarcastic quip about it or some bullshit like he usually did. And, you know, and then the next day was when I found out. I got a message that he was gone. Chris was a strange, sarcastic, cool, hyper funny, kind, generous, shit talking, cool motherfucker. You know, felt like a brother kind of vibe, you know, like a yin and yang kind of thing. And he was really kind to me and really tried to help me out. And I think he saw something in me and he felt some sort of weird connection, I guess. I don't know. I don't think it was just to fuck with me or troll. I think, you know, it's just friendly, you know. That's, you know, I just remind you, you know, you always think you have unlimited time. You don't think about these scenarios, how silly that they can be with people you know, friends you have, family members. You know, you don't really think about, you know, the sudden end to your access to them, you know. And I think all day today I've been really down and fucking thinking that. I kept opening the fridge and stuff kept flying out at me. And I was like, it's Chris fucking with me one last time. Because I knew everything was in there pushed back. And 3 times today I opened the thing, you know, a thing of salsa came flying at me, hit the floor. And I was like, is that you, Chris? You fucking with me again? Shit. Another one, a Coke Zero bottle that was a good 3 inches in. I opened the door, it came flying out at me. I'm like, I'm looking around, getting chills up my neck, going, Chris, stop fucking around, dude. Weird, I know. That was probably just my brain acting. Yeah, I'm sad he's gone, man. You know, we weren't best friends or lifelong friends. I'm sure all his friends he used to ride bikes with are much closer friends, but we had this weird kind of goofy connection over guns from the beginning of this journey of mine, and I'm just heartbroken that he's gone. I'm looking forward to do another paint job and show it off to him, get some pointers, and almost like, look what I did, you know, that kind of thing. And I can never do that again. with him, and that sucks. So anyway, that's why I threw that video together. I hope Christina's okay with me stealing some of his profile photos for that stupid video I threw together. I went through the Instagram, and that was just a portion of it, of our communications, where I was just going through it, going, just scrolling through, looking at some of the videos that he'd send me, and here's some tips and tricks, and here's what I painted this time, and here's where, I forgot. In one of the pictures, I gave him one of my Jake Merica mags, the FDE one. I think I gave him a couple, I'm not sure. I just sent it to him, and he had it in his FDE gun. I sold him that Geisley rail. He was doing a Tano thing, and I saw that in the picture. I was like, oh man, that's sad. Anyway, I thought I'd make one little posthumous miss you brother, rest in peace thing, whatever, I hope Christina's okay with that. I'm sure she's still devastated and numb by all this. I didn't really know her at all, really. We spoke of her a few times. A few times she was in the background, and I said, hey, how are you, and stuff like that. But I know she's got to be going through a world of hurt right now, so my heart breaks for her and the family and his close friends. It's just a kick in the balls. And I was riding with Scott today. We're heading to Florida Gun Exchange in his truck and shit. And I saw, when we got close to the exchange, I saw an old woman in some, like a middle-sized small car, gray car. We were approaching, and she quickly turned left and went to make a U-turn, and then changed her mind and went straight, like she was confused. And the moment I saw that, I was like, that's what Chris must have saw. Someone just pulled in to make. And you think they're going to keep going, and they hit the brakes and slam back like this, and that's how you hit. I'm sure of it, He probably wasn't even going that fast. Probably doing 10, 15 over the speed limit. Doesn't take much when you're on a little crotch rocket, and you come slamming into a car, I guess. The right angle, different speed. He might have just had a few broken bones. He might have just slid down the road and hopped back up and said, fuck you, It's those things in your mind you think about when you lose people, even if you're not lifelong close. I felt close to the guy, I thought he was a cool dude. And everybody always talks shit about him and stuff in some of the groups. And I was like, what? He's actually not. He's a good guy. You just have to get to know him. He was a sarcastic fuck. He didn't take shit from anybody. That's Chris. Did not give fucking care, dude. And I admire that about him. Fuck you. He used to tell me, like, dude, you're letting these guys in your head too much. Like, I know, I'm trying to learn, absorb all this, and, that's just how I flow, But, yeah, I'm gonna miss you, buddy. Yeah, sad you're gone. I sent them one more message on the Instagram. I'm already missing you, brother. It was weird. It showed he was active today. That must have been Christina logging in or something to check messages or whatever, but. It's weird. It's eerie when people leave suddenly like that. 1 second they were here and now they're gone. Especially when they're younger and healthy and vibrant. If you're dying on your deathbed from a cancer and it's a long process, when they go, it's sad, but it makes sense. Stuff like this doesn't make sense. The fate, the karmic energy, fucking universe. Sometimes it's your time to go, man. Sometimes it's just your time to go. And it is what it is. Can't second guess too much, I guess. We all have a shelf life. We're all going to go at some point, somehow. I'm just sad that he went the way he went. But in a way, it's poetic justice because he loved his bikes. But, these things suck. Everyone's lost people in their lives, family, friends. It just, takes a piece of you, and it just makes you look at the world differently and stuff. So. Anyway, rest in peace, Chris, man. I'm going to keep moving forward. I'm gonna paint more guns. I'm going to do a tribute one for you at some point. It's going to be all Hawaiian flowered and shit, and Pickle Rick. We'll do some Pickle Rick mags, and it'll all be in your memory, brother. We'll do it, Maybe you'll come on down and get into my soul a bit so I can do better, because I still suck at painting stuff. I do horrible. It's like special ed, special Olympics time with Jake Merica. Spray! Oh no, more spray! It's like, okay, you're adding more paint. It's not doing anything. Stop. Jake fucking Merica. Rest in peace, Chris. I love you, pal. Peace.